everyone's favorite Novi podcast, Now You Novi. Victor.
That was for the ending. I'm so starstruck by all of this technology and this branding, and now we're on screen. So
I know. And this is just it's really not my look, but
I feel like we're gonna. I'm an air traffic controller, and
right?
guiding planes in runway 265.
I joked before this. We really don't need to talk about anything except the new set, the new look, the mics. We could just have a whole show just of comedy of errors here.
Look at the color scheme. The desk behind us. You guys did a great job with this. And
I know I asked for motion graphics, but do you see that swirl?
I do.
It kind of reminds me of the thing when you're in elementary school and it just spins and spins and spins. You get on and you get dizzy.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Correct.
On the playground.
I was like,
What? Where did you go to school, Walsh? Yeah. Well, hi.
Hi.
New look.
New look.
I guess this is a good opportunity to say, hey, we got a new TV studio.
Yeah, I think the cat's out of the bag. Yeah.
Yeah. I know you've been in here before. You've done some internal messaging. I think maybe you even shot a After the Gavel in here.
I believe we've done at least one After the Gavel, and not maybe two.
But the studio is now complete, and our podcast is now also is it a video cast? Is it a pod video? What? It's just a podcast.
I think it's a podcast only, yeah. You can get it on your major platforms and on probably the Tube of You.
Right. There you and the Tube of You. Yeah. So we are here in the new studio, and I think it's important to let people know that as much as we love these new toys, it is paid through public education and government dollars, which are restricted for video equipment, capital video equipment. So, which provided this amazing opportunity to enhance our podcast because people want to see us, but also provide an opportunity to bring our shows, take our shows, I guess expand our video platform. After the Gavel's a great example. We have done that in the council chambers. You do it outside. Here we can do it right in the studio. So watch for more great City of Novi Studio 6 TV video programming coming your way. So
on all the major platforms and all the different shows, the Road Report, Better Roads Ahead.
Better Roads Ahead. Road Report.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. We're here to talk about an exciting new initiative. Not the TV studio.
In addition to the TV studio.
In addition to TV studio. It's funny. Last night was the first night I heard it called PEX, But let's talk about People's Express, PEX, which is, I think, will become more affectionately known in the community. And what that is City Council voted last night to expand transportation services in Novi, right?
100%, yes.
So let's give a little bit of history, Victor. We've had an older adult services transportation program that's been funded through our general fund, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, through our parks and recreation, cultural services, our older adults arm of that, and has been working. But 2 years ago now?
Yes, November of 22.
November of 22, what happened?
November 22, our county commission, with our county executive, they put forth a millage to the whole county to levy 0.95 mills across the whole county to expand transit services throughout the whole county. So prior to that, each individual community was able to opt in or opt out of transit, specifically SMART. But this created a new millage that would support transit services across the county and listed about, I want to say, 5 providers, SMART being one of them, that would offer services throughout the county. And companies or entities like People's Express, the Western Oakland Transit Authority, the Old Persons Commission, and the Northern Oakland Transit Authority were all operating and offering services throughout the county in some way or fashion in some parts of it, and they were all listed as being recipients or qualified companies to then participate and offer services under this new millage.
Okay. Earlier, I was going to say this year, but that wouldn't be accurate. Late last year, late in 23, Novi saw the addition of smart bus lines, 12 Mile and Grand River. So as part of this new millage, Smart began operating what I think most people would see or I guess have the notion of the big buses, right? So now there's a bus line that comes down 12 Mile, another bus line that services Grand River with various stops along the way. So that was the first of providing mass transit, I guess,
Correct. Yep.
mass transit, public transit to the city of Novi. Challenges, if you weren't along one of those lines, they were dedicated. I guess they're dedicated lines, and where you were going wasn't a stop, or you weren't over 55 in Novi to partake, or someone with special needs or challenges, mobility issues. You couldn't partake in any other services. Along comes the opportunity with People's Express.
Yeah, so in terms of identifying a enhanced door-to-door service through one of the other providers, and there's a couple of providers in our area that would help us with that, Smart being one of them, WOTA, which is the Western Oakland Transit Authority, and People's Express, the county encouraged us to have us evaluate which would be the best for our residents. And through our Older Adult Needs Committee and with staff, we evaluated the different providers and identified that People's Express would not only enhance and expand our services and days of operations and hours for our seniors and people with disabilities, but also for our just Joe public, they can also use that service as well. So that's what we came to City Council with as a proposal last night.
So last night, City Council voted. Was it a resolution that is passed?
It was a resolution asking the county to include us as a service area under People's Express because in the end, the contract is with the county as they're the ones that put out the millage.
With People's Express.
Yeah.
That will be, I think, a few key things. Door to door. 14 years and older. Anywhere in Novi. And an expanded service area outside of Novi. I don't have the boundaries off the top of my head, but almost M59.
Yeah, M59 to the north. To the west, it's like Brighton Township. Those will have the website out there in terms of the map. South of us, I think it goes down to 7 Mile, and east of us, it pretty much goes to Gill. So, but that's $4 each way for anyone over 14, but then $2 for our seniors and peoples with disability.
So, 3 days. All you have to do is call and a 3-day notice.
Yep.
So I think our older adult transportation had like a week.
For a guarantee. On our website, we said you got to call us within a day. You might get a ride, but for a guaranteed ride to service would be a week.
Would it be about a week? So 3 days, you call 3 days ahead, you're guaranteed door-to-door service. And the hours are expanded.
Correct. I think they begin at 6 a.m. and they go to 6 and they go to 9 p.m. And then now they have weekend hours, which I believe it's 9 to 5 essentially on both Saturday and Sunday.
So expanded Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. And again, on the weekends, I think you're right, I think it's 9 to 5, 9 to 6, something like that on Saturdays and Sundays. So enhanced service. More community members can use it. And I think the key is that we're being able to capture some of the investment that Novi taxpayers are paying into the transit system.
Correct, and that's in terms of not only is our residents being billed for two different sides in terms of your city taxes and the county taxes. Now this is all going under the umbrella that is being paid for by the county. So. From this point on, the city would, depending on how we look at, because we have to enter into some negotiations regarding our current fleet if People's Express wants to take some of that over. But regardless, that door-to-door service will now be covered under the millage completely.
Big question. People are probably going, when? Oops, like I have a ride coming up or I had something scheduled with older adult transportation. When are we expecting this to happen, Victor?
So our target is July 1st, but we are doing everything we can to make it a seamless transition to People's Express. The great thing is the systems they use for their scheduling is the same that we use. So if you're already a qualified rider in our system, you're going to automatically be put into their system. You're not going to have to ask to be onboarded or to get more information. You're going to be in that system already. And then there'll be a new number to call, but if you call the old number, it'll most likely after the July 1st time be transferred seamlessly over to People's Express and get your ride scheduled.
So we don't have all the answers right now. We know it's coming. I am going to work with our parks team and our community relations team, to do our best to create an awesome communication plan to ensure a few things. Not only great internal communication here for those impacted, we do have staff impacted, et cetera. You're going to meet with staff, but all of our current riders to ensure that they know the process. But then I think there's even a larger part of that is educating the opportunities for the community as a whole. And I don't know off the top of my head how many current residents are riders. I know we give about 14,000 rides a year, but is it 700 people? How many people actually use our service? I don't know, but ensuring that they all get a letter and announcing the coming, but then an actual communication strategy as far as letting everyone know the enhanced service. And that's going to be rolled out over the next couple of months with a target date of July 1.
Yeah. And one thing that didn't come up during last night's council meeting is there's people in Novi already using the service.
Okay.
So we went to a meeting with the county and other communities that are in People's Express already, and especially our residents in Fox Run, they're already using the service. I mean, you can see that People's Express is coming from the north, picking up people or dropping people off there. People from Wixom are being driven in the city. Maybe their top destination was listed like at top 4 suburban collection showplaces. One of the destinations from our residents from Wixom are being dropped off at. So People's Express are already in the community, but now this is the last step to make sure Novi will be a bona fide partner in the program and offer those services to everyone.
Okay, it's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, change is painful.
Yep.
There's no two ways about it, right? We went from waste management to GFL, and you remember, you remember, people didn't want to give up that dark forest green trash can, and do you remember these calls? I don't want the. And I'm looking at the green on our set here.
Even before that, I don't want to give up my Hornback.
The Hornback.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hornback.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I want my day to stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
Change is painful.
Yeah.
And there are going to be hiccups. There's going to be bumps, as with any major change. And when we look back now, I think, and I'll just, from the trash changeover, it was pretty smooth, right? There were some bumps, there were some bruises, but at the end of the day, the service we're providing now meets or exceeds the service we were getting prior. And I think we all need to be patient and trust the system. City Council made an educated decision last night to expand services, and the way service delivery is going to happen, and we have to give it some time.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously the trash is a good example, but most recently we also made a transition to our ambulance service as well.
That's a good.
We went from Superior to MedStar, so we have a track record of this. These are seamless transitions. I think we're getting really good at in terms of those transitions and knowing the conversations have to take place ahead of the time. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be a lot of proactive conversations, not only with your team, but with our parks team, to get everything, our ducks in a row, to make sure it's seamless for our residents, which is the most important customers in this respect.
So much more to come.
Yep.
Much more to come. And all the information will be available on cityofnovi.org. I'm sure there'll be more discussions at the council table as far as rollout date, those type of things, after our friends at the county, I guess, bless and pass their resolution, opting Novi into the People's Express mode of transportation. When will that occur? Do you have any idea?
That's a great question. No, I will have to engage our county partners on that. So, and just I just got a correction. It's 6 to 9 on weekdays, 6 to 5 on a Saturday, and then 9 to 5 on Sunday. So there we go. We got more hours on Saturday. We just gave everyone.
That's great. That's good. But I'm guessing that in April that it'll be on a county commission agenda, and we'll have a little bit more direction then. So stay tuned. Watch for more to come on that. The headphones, like you and I have been in the council chambers, like just kind of chit-chatting away, echoey. It's pretty cool.
Crystal clear.
It is crystal clear.
I don't like my voice, but
oh, you're great.
You sound like an angel.
Oh, whatever. I am an angel. You do know that.
I do know that.
I do know that. I'm one of very few people that can say that. So, with that, anything to bring us home with? Today's the first day of spring.
Today's the first day of spring. Spring break is next week, so be safe in all your travels, everyone. Yeah. So I know Novi is going on spring break next week, so it should be fun.
It will be a fun week, and hopefully the weather will kind of. This week's a little different.
Just let everyone know there might be some snow at the end of this week. So Thursday going to Friday, we might see 2 inches. It won't probably accumulate on the roads, but just FYI.
2 inches.
Yep.
Wow. Well, there you have it. We'll talk about a downer.
That's
Welcome
me.
to spring. Welcome to spring. We're having snow this weekend, but that's all good. We know it won't last, and spring's right around the corner.
Indeed.
The better weather.
Puxatani Phil told us.
That's right. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for sharing some awesome information on an all-important topic. And I really think once we get past July, August, and get into a rhythm, people are going to be thrilled with the service. So
definitely.
Here's to hoping. PEX.
PEX.
I keep thinking Pez. Pez.
It looks just like it, yes.
It does look just like it. So you'll start seeing the PEX vehicles around the community. And there you have it for this edition of Now You Know Why. Take care.